Things are heating up in Edmonton, and there are three major bombs ready to drop on the blue and orange side of the NHL. The team's under more pressure than ever. A huge $27 million trade is brewing behind the scenes, and a recent departure has split fans. Was it a mistake or the right call? If you're a true Oilers fan, you can't afford to look away right now. If you bleed Oilers blue and orange, hit that subscribe button so we can hit 1,000 subs and show the league that Edmonton's fan base is the most loyal and passionate out there. Today, we're cutting straight to the chase. For those of you who've cheered, suffered, and still dream big with this team, the NHL offseason is on fire, and the big dogs are feeling the heat. Edmonton's right in the eye of the storm. For a lot of teams, the season's done, but behind the scenes, it's anything but quiet. Some fans think the work ends when the cup gets raised, but for those chasing a championship, that's just a starting whistle. If you don't move fast, you'll get left behind. While the Panthers are kicking back with their title, the rest of the league is already on high alert. And here in Edmonton, that urgency has slammed into the front office hard. Fans want answers, and the clock's ticking. Sure, some prospects might get their shot in the fall. But let's be honest, if the Oilers want to hang with the top dogs, they need more than potential. They need impact, a star, a real game changer. And here's where it gets interesting. NHL insider Nick Kypreos dropped a line saying, Edmonton is one of the four teams feeling the most heat to pull off a blockbuster trade, alongside Toronto, Colorado, and Los Angeles. The Oilers have to make a move on soon. According to Kypreos, the team's at its limit and needs to bring in a player who can flip the script for the franchise. The market's dry, especially for centers, which is why Nazem Kadri's name is gaining traction. Kadri's on the table, and even though Calgary's a historic division rival, a trade within the division isn't off the table. Would the Oilers have the guts to go all in on a risky deal with the Flames? That'd be bold, controversial, and maybe necessary. But wait, there's more. Rickard, Raquel, Brian Rust, Erik Karlsson, and get this, Sidney Crosby is reportedly being tracked quietly by Edmonton. Yeah, you heard that right. Crosby's on their radar, and that changes everything down. I want to hear from you, fans. Is it worth taking a big risk and dealing with a division rival? Would you roll the dice on Kadri or hold out for a bigger name like Crosby? Drop your thoughts down below. And of course, if you're digging this hot news, share it with your buddies. Leave a comment and subscribe, because the season hasn't even started and the buzz is already electric. If you thought the first story was wild, buckle up. What's next is even crazier. An insider scoop could completely shift how fans see the front office's next moves. No joke, the next decision could define the season. Stick around, because this one's gonna catch you off guard. Have you noticed how the behind-the-scenes moves are ramping up? The preseason hasn't even kicked off, but the front office is feeling the heat, and the fans want answers. The big question, who's going to be the name that changes this team's fate? Everyone knows the Oilers are at a pivotal point after last season. The Stanley Cup window is still open, but it won't stay that way forever. The hunt for reinforcements is turning into an obsession, and the team looks ready to make a bold move. Who's the perfect fit? Just recently, a bombshell dropped in the hockey world. Nick Kypreos shared an update shaking up NHL whispers. He put the Oilers at the top of the list for teams under intense pressure to find a game changer. And it's not just any player. The name, Jonathan Marchessault. That's right. The 34-year-old veteran, currently with Nashville Predators, has reportedly sparked Edmonton's interest. Marchessault hasn't quite hit the heights expected in Nashville, and rumors say the Predators might be open to a deal. Marchessault's production slipped a bit, scoring only 21 goals, half of what he put up with Vegas, but still managed 56 points in 78 games. He looks ready for a fresh start. So the question is, why not Edmonton? The snag is the contract. 4 years left with a $5.5 million cap hit each season. Not an easy fit, but Kypreos says Toronto and Ottawa are also in the mix. The real question, would Marchessault waive his no-move clause to come here? Even with new faces like Ike Howard, Matt Savor, and Andrew Mangiapane joining the mix. Some say the team still lacks a true finisher. That's where Marchessault's pedigree could shine, possibly back to 30-goal form on a well-tuned Oilers squad. Could it work? The ambition's there, the fan base is fired up, and the urgency is real. Now it comes down to whether the team has the guts to make the move and if Marchessault's ready to take on the challenge. A pickup like this could be the difference in a Stanley Cup run. So, Oilers fans, does Marchessault fit in here, or should management chase a different piece? Let me know what you think in the comments. And what if I told you the next news is about a twist no one saw coming? This one's serious, with behind-the-scenes moves that could shock the whole league. The fan base is split, and the buzz is heating up. Don't go anywhere, because this next part could flip everything you thought about this offseason. The team made a choice that's still dividing hearts and minds across Edmonton. Between emotion, strategy, and the future, the front office took a path that could seriously impact next season. And no, this isn't just some player swap. This decision carries weight in the locker room, playoff experience, and a dash of controversy that's still echoing. Now that the dust is settling, the question remains. Some are applauding the franchise for having the courage to refresh the roster, betting on youth and speed. Others just can't get past losing a guy who was crucial when the playoffs got intense. Things got even hotter once that veteran signed with a direct conference rival. What looked like a strategic move now feels like it might have been a miscalculation. That's what we need to talk about today. It's official. Cory Perry's not coming back to the Oilers. At 40, he wasn't the fastest guy out there anymore, but he brought experience, physical presence, and that playoff grit few can match in the NHL. And now, he's suiting up for the Kings. Did the Oilers make the right call, letting him go? On paper, it makes sense. Age is catching up. His style doesn't mesh as well with Edmonton's fast transition game, and it opens a spot for younger players to step up. Not to mention, Perry's name still carries the shadow of that Blackhawks controversy. Even though he kept it professional here, the Oilers chose to keep their focus and not reopen old wounds. But there's another side. His leadership in the playoffs, his presence near the net, the tone he set in the locker room, that's all going to be missed, especially when the pressure hits hard, come April and May. And what if that's exactly what the team ends up lacking in the clutch? Is betting on youth enough to deliver what the fans expect? Or will the Oilers regret losing more than they realized? Now it's your turn, fan. Do you think Edmonton messed up letting Cory Perry walk? Drop your thoughts below. Share this video with your fellow Oilers fans and subscribe so you don't miss any of the hottest NHL updates. See you in the next video, and here's to next spring.